I woke up to the news that Honorable Okudzato Ablakwa, Ghana for our more consular, a Ghanaian consulate, Yaka consular no, by diplomatic relations, you know. So no mind be. I will track her. Esa utimi any nipaninya ayonkofebi. It said the US for or more embassy. So mostly either you qualify yours as consular or embassy. Any one of them. So yes, a Ghana embassy in US shut down over corruption scandal. Is Okudzato Ablakwa normal? Like Honorable Minister, with the greatest of respect, are you normal? You shut down a whole. So it's like saying let's shut down the government of Ghana because there is corruption. Because Oko a consular. Embassy. It is presumed that it is the government of Ghana in that nation. It is a woody bonibi. Nasi ye pawacho. Na udjania huri even Ghana embassy no. A walla. The walls of Ghana. Per Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations. A warning na ye Ghana. Oko Italy. Baby even the ambassador netieno. It is not considered Italy. Baby ambassador tier. It is not considered America. Baby ambassador tier, Ghana ambassador tier, England. It is not considered England. Ghana. By diplomatic relations, baby Ghana as consular na embassy biano, and by diplomatic relations, abaina or Okosiano, say America, say Ghana, only can be as without their permission. It's Ghana embassy in Washington, US embassy, US government. We need to be a embassy because that place is considered a Ghanaian soil, though it's US.
Exactly.
So, Oko a embassy, do they issue only visas? No, they don't issue only visas. Beyond issuance of visa. It is a no Okudzato Ablakwa a year obi ako create website. Our website, you know. A lead to a known website, and for that matter, we're closely a year the whole embassy down. Come and tell us that no person will use a microphone flow because we did so many MP before. Now, person don't call for sure. Don't come and tell us. And on top of it, he's declared. All of them say they should come back home and declare them persona non grata. So when we say somebody has been declared as persona non grata, it means on the home state, you know. So there be a home state and a host state. So Ghana is a home state for a year the embassy of US and US a year the host state. Now when you declare one kasa, there is diplomatic immunities. Obia wa ye diplomatic agent. Say wa ye ambassador. Say wa ye more consulate. They are immune from even Bonis or Bonia. They cannot be tried in that state. They must be brought back to Ghana by virtue of their diplomatic immunity. So the moment you declare those people persona non gratis, what you have told the host nation is that those people, you don't care about them anymore.
Exactly.
So how can a foreign minister be so reckless? Say you born in the water, say you da sorry. Foreign minister say, "Wahunu corruption war a foreign affairs, you can say embassy in US, and for that matter, we're closing the whole consulate down. I can't tell them no makan so mungofi. Now Obama can so. Are you normal? How do you behave like this? Is this diplomatic relations?" And Mr. Minister, you are no more in a campaign mode. First of all, say we a minister of state for the foreign affairs. The way our behavior should be different. And yet then still I would do personal Facebook page and announce a official happy war. What kind of nonsense is this?
Fire.
Minister of State official duties, official releases, and you are using your personal Okudzato Ablakwa page to release official information about a whole ministry. Mr. Minister, what kind of craziness is this? And then the MLD nations are. So in effect, we can the social media handles of a year, the ministry, whilst or using that to build on what kind of nonsense is this? So Kofi, Oko drew consular, Omo issue visas. not just visas. Say Intel, your friend be picking of Intel. US embassy or Muay. And your man is issue visa magana for Mua. Beyond that, they pick Intel. They exchange note verbals with a nation. You can note verbala. Say BBC quickly or met me and beyond that. It is the duty of the embassy to take care of all Ghanaian citizens in US. So aside the issuance of visa, aside the say omo epic Intel, because here BBC or Washington, that's a Ghana for beya. If you be spying, nation be just that obia nyin to me ye. Now so nation be a spy on another nation. Say they be obet me pick security intelligence. So omo free be opinion jurist. Opinion jurist in yes, idea nyambra. Nemo mu ye nyina ya dia tum si ye yenti no. Abeye by convention. Nemo me drew spying na. No nation want to accept that he is spying on another. Eti wo be hwene na French ambassador ye otwa mu yi. No any musicians ye free. No any one mu ye free. They thought they like she likes them. Onye so like you. But oni mu di nkomo a obe pick intelligence nketenkete bi na o feed man ni home nation. It is our embassy, our US. Now see my shutting it down. Are you normal? Because of corruption. What is wrong with us? Okudzato Ablakwa. So now who is picking intelligence from Washington to Ghana? When you have shut down the consulate or the embassy, who is picking intelligence from what kind of nonsense is this? It is a Ghana near watching in this year or Washington. What closing it down on and by virtue of a diplomatic relation, Ghana knew what children want. As what me back a Ghana embassy one have one. Within the period now was shutting the embassy down. She said Ghana knew what children want. What kind of recklessness? And you are behaving like a dictator. Meanwhile, you were foreign affairs minister. Kovi, your friend be diplomacy. When you talk about diplomacy, Zhuai law, a Chinese general be a what can be? Because diplomacy is the continuation of war through other means. So what do? Nyuma must be on the table. Obia corruption. Processes ben wa faso. Wa friend on the table. Ma hwani nyina. Ana won si entimi so be. Fire. The last resort should be this kekakeka kind of doing things. More fire. If you're a diplomatic agent, and the number one diplomatic agent of our nation is the foreign affairs minister, and you still behave like you're on a campaign trail, what kind of behavior is this? More fire. Who diplomacy way? Diplomatic agents. I also announced say you shut it down embassy because there is corruption. If you want to say that, MPP for near the NDC for say that and stop this nonsense of corruption. You shut it down whole for an embassy. More fire. More fire. Oh yes, sir. Other nations view say we over zealous and radical. Exactly. In diplomatic circles, we don't behave the way he's just a foreign affairs minister. Wakes up, goes to the Facebook page and say we've shut down embassy because of corruption. Reckless. Using on only private and diplomatic number one diplomatic agent with the firm support of President Mahama. I don't know whether, and you see everybody is happy because it's corruption. And now they've seen that Ghanaian people about corruption as well. So they say no, yet will be said, what divert BB war a foreign affairs ministry. Yes, shut the whole foreign affairs ministry in that because corruption. Are you people normal? Bobby? I don't know. What went into that decision? As the number one foreign agent in our nation. As should it make Facebook announcing your man without looking at the repercussions of it at the international level. Vienna Convention on Diplomatic Relations, Vienna Conventions on a consular relations. No, on your mabessa. And you're no more on campaigner who announcing your Facebook anyhow. Precisely. I like him because now he mepe. Tama mepe, but you mean your crowd fire. What do I care? Fire burning. Fire. Fire burning. More fire. What's what be a diverted fans? Quarter fans in it. We were here now. We've declared that all of them should come home. Wabwa. Young friend, this is for the Washington. And why you know be born here much them so also buy you know. One money a year can say Russia and Kita you know. They are trying to strengthen the relationship between them and Russia. So what was our question is this a way of weakening a year? Because Washington, the embassy in Washington, and 1 year need direct relation with the US government. So when you say I've shut it down, direct relation with the US government, Washington. Or behave anyhow. Some Obakaya, catcher says some for me and some woman that did your mama by the behavior. Some George, some Okudzato, and some Jamfi. Some conform me and say the best of your mama. Yeah, I have shut down. Even the word shuts down. As a diplomatic agent, you don't use them precisely. If you're afraid to be framing and priming, every word you use is of very importance, it's of very essence. It's all your diplomatic agent. Even the wording of someone who it must not come across like a dictator. Precisely. So. The words like shut down. These are dictators who speak like that. And you think you are Okudzato Ablakwa on a campaign platform? On the with the full support of President Jomama, I have shut down a whole number one diplomatic agent of our nation. Speaking, say I have shut down. That word should not even come out of your mouth in diplomatic circles. More fire. Minister man for not getting more hands. You make it was shuru one chassis. I go be. Mishadan, I'm questioning what happens at the international plane, and I keep on telling you, I have masters in international relations. I understand the dynamics of geopolitics, international geopolitics. I understand it. I understand what constitutes diplomacy. This is not diplomacy. Huh? I never know. We are near my basa. Revolution, I've been in one. I'm one for it's a manager, mama. On your fit to be a minister of fire. Opa, university education, or maybe education. You bet me I have shut down because it's within the jurisdiction and territorial jurisdiction of the nation, so you can behave anyhow you want. But the international plane, you can't behave like this. You are the first image of our nation when it comes to diplomacy and international plane. You take away the precedent. You are the person that they be and when they see you are overzealous and radical like this, most nations won't deal with you. Precisely. I have shut down. The word shut down should not come from a diplomat. Shut down. A diplomat. The number one diplomat of our nation. And the cash shuts down. Education free. Education free. Was it you can never get a sense of a year, a quarter of the sense of Okudzato t-shirt. What you might be anymore? On Tiasia. You make an one Tiasia because I've been in intimate Pedal. When in your Ghana, when commented, Tinani say you and commented because we are talking about another world. Precisely. So we have a nation. Nation never called regional. It's in your wall. A co say Abia ECOWAS. It's a regional block. And son a regional block in free war. Now Kobo here there a sub region which is African nation. Now African Union influence a Kobo here world block. What I say? So geopolitics of a year the one tia say yeah can and be an answer or commenting. TNTB free. Jimmy we had an answer. When me more education free, Makotia won't can machine as she won't know she be made more free. What's like a canvas SM? Why? Okudzato Ablakwa. You are a diplomatic agent. Precisely. Learn how to use diplomacy. Learn how to use the back door in dealing with matters like this. You are not in a campaign trail. Oh, you're president now paid in 2% of the popular. It Russia. Most presidents say omo person omo kum obi carrier. When you do omo ye. Omo do too diplomatic a year a corner no. Say be ya betimi. But Okudzato is not seeing that. Precisely. So why is our presidential ambition? education any idea it's president mama do what to foreign affairs you all can you say to kwan they did now we and yes still he's behaving like intra politics
Yes, Psalms.
The Psalms. Psalm number 1, Psalm number 2, Psalm number 3. Psalm Jata uchi a minister uchi car number plate in home. Anna a CEO of Gold Modwa, $1 dollars, and a quote to Kakraka, $1 Anna Psalm number 3 no year, some Ukuja tra. One who says one normal person. And Savoine. What to tum? What's our cushy?
What to approve? I'm not eating what to
Was if God bless me with a male child, I shall call him Okatakyie Afrifa. Yadari. Yameda say. You read the message in 1, 2, 3. Okay. I think you are empty and a fool. Okay, there be unya empty. Anka umfa ujai enka home. We say today I decided to listen to you and I just noticed you are low minded, Debbie. Michael, you make Kenya non tiasie. And you Okudzato Ablakwa, they make out tiasie. And what that is from your show, we want to say what this is Munupa. Gobi? What this is Munupa. Professor Malco, our work gimpa. Also, could you to convert children diplomatic? Professor Beta. And also, I'm betting your school in the come. But no, I've been in why you're fine. No, about Bill. Young folk will get diplomacy. Maybe Shanaka. Maybe I mean, said him to me, foreign affairs. I mean, if it's a minister foreign affairs, he got more conundum tea. Now you work a couple to assess fork and knife, and now could you travel now? One day still, I want Chelsea. We get over Nanya, near Farmer inside, no before from foreign affairs. They just say, who know what we do. More fire. I never know.
Mirror of justice.
Mirror of justice. The Tinu Hono. Besmaka was saying this youth are happy to learn sense. Ahanya kwasiani abua. Now, Kovi, young next topic. So we are not wasting much time. Now, you say to me. And it looks like President Mama is losing it.
Precise.
And President Mama, with the greatest of respect, Your Excellency, me nimsa me money don't moon kusi hwe. Eye wan be ninkwa. Hwe nim. Enyama wo ye nada da no a. But some dignity, some respect for our constitution is all we ask for.
Precisely.
Now, Oba and also resetting. Just like I told Ayemini Bobiansa. Bobiansa say MPP buy, MPP came after Bobiansa. And for that matter, it's Yafan Yankrofo. Basinia, this is principle. Yes, now no Fatus Wamulko, branch. First of all, we are not in a jungle.
Exactly. Tell them.
Your Excellency, what is this? It's when you reset it. And I know the excuse that people will be giving is that and the MPP buy or muyebi. Now, Mr. Samu Betuan Kwasi na Sudia. And the Amu Kasi Yamamu Kwama resetting. So we thought President Mahama coming in, he's going to respect the laws of our nation. Obey Nyoma different. Obey setting Ghana on the tone beer. And the next phase of our nation. If it's a demuye, if any government changes, the only natural reaction is that you do me, I do you.
More fire.
And most of you know, JJ Rollins at Snasso, Semenoka say, from 92 Nebanwa, who you could the free one, and were harassing Crofos with a security. With the help of a Yoko Yochikata. No more harassing Crofo, a cumbie, any idea. The President Kufoji, at that time, needs one Benjamin. If they were coming there from an era of a dictator, turn a civilian. Now, President Kufo's time, they also did all what they can. Then Professor Mel Sebaye in 2009, another radical, near Rob Fear with you, near yes, any other Tantan. Then a Kufodo comes in. So you do me in 1992 to 2000. I come and do you from 2000 to 2008. I come and do you from 2009 to 2016. Akufo-Addo comes in and they also do the same nonsense. And you tell us that you are coming to reset the nation. So, Your Excellency, if you are resetting the nation, is this the way you want to reset the nation? Way. Sadie way. Way. Ewabra Kofi, Yamra Ghana, exactly what we should do. Even so, we're going to say, Obiaye Boni, that's all person China. At the end of Constitution, Utimi kwa kwa ye de ope. Udi trio. Ejan. Ni owozo. Mo de ba me so. Mo ye the same thing. Mo ko ntim for just mo ye the same thing. And I don't know why the citizens are happy because we are doing this foolishness.
Precisely.
And in plain language, excuse my French, it's foolishness to the highest order.
More fire.
Any civilized society will not entertain this kind of things. In the name of Yasasa Bank. Now the cool. So let's go to Article 12 of our nation, Constitution. Article 12. Then if I'm going Article 12, near ready. Already Article 12 was it the fundamental human rights and freedoms enshrined in this chapter shall be respected and upheld by the executive. One, you will be a friend of fundamental human rights. And per the definition of what fundamental human rights is. It is a right that is not given. It is a right that a person assumes by virtue of the fact of being a human being. What it means is that basic right to be right to life, right to education, and you see your first generational right, second generational right. It will be the right to life near there. That is a civil and political right. And some a cultural and social right. Let's leave all of that. I will take that for another day. Now, fundamental human rights, and I'm saying J.J. Wallace in the Mayinti. Want to me imagine free myself. Near years are more and some J.J. free a dictator Mwaba freedom of movement. It was said the fundamental human rights and freedoms enshrined in this chapter shall be respected and upheld by the executive, legislature, and judiciary, and all other organs of government and its agencies, and where applicable to them, by all nature and legal persons in Ghana, and shall be enforceable by the courts as provided for this constitution. Yefri baby nieba, baby driye. Wame kumet mi fa obi. No na kwashe baby a wunhunu. Yefri be habeas corpus. Produce the body. Na no just have na akwa hwehwe no say you ma file habeas corpus ni ade ni eku. Ko video me ka tese. Eti ye ba bedu 1992. Because of that history, and ye the protection of the fundamental rights, every executive in say the court shall enforce it. It shall be enforceable by the court. What it then means is that and the executive no want mean ensuring the open. National security a part of the executive. Police a part of the executive. Military a part of the executive. It is a police in military and national security. Wamu jimia a executive ne jimi.
More fire.
You are abusing the right of the people. Is that the nation we want to build?
Never.
Abusing the rights of the people?
Never.
In the name of what? Resetting. Now, Yanko Clause 2, Yanko Article 12. Was it every person in Ghana, whatever his race, place or origin, political opinion, whether young people or NDC or CPP, color, religion, creed, or gender, shall be entitled to the fundamental human right. Fundamental human right in the same fair trial, dignity, respect for the person.
Exactly.
And the Marana Chirasa who coach you
Precisely.
and you know.
Exactly.
The fundamental rights and freedoms of the individual contained in this chapter, but subject to the respect for rights and freedoms of others and for the public interest. It will be protected to be a fundamental right, whether you want to meal, whether against what we are seeking, whether you are identical meal, or just what can be beer. You shall respect the person's right.
Precisely so.
And what kind of constitution? Article 19 2C, 2F. You better do. Then if I'm next one. Was it a person no who arrested no? First of all, one criminal because why do you know yes we're a criminal? It is only the courts that can declare somebody criminal.
Precisely so.
Article 15:1. Also respect for human dignity. The dignity of the persons, all persons shall be inviolable.
Exactly.
And this is the Constitution speaking. The man you don't do this craziness. And the AK-47, such a sophisticated weapon, and Ghana. It's not as those who crash side down AK-47. National security and then internal security. This is AK-47 and the most sophisticated weapon in the world. AK-47. And I'm going to watch you where you're wine, where you're criminal, where you're terrorist. when your information is okura bombs and adia bay want to me no okura tuo okura bombs on if you so today a bay out there because you want to me let me I don't support some of the nonsense who to me that so it's not about being unto me
Fire for fire.
but it's about being civilized. We are in a civilized society. We don't do the things that they are doing. Now I see the dignity of all persons shall be inviolable. That means what you mean violating? And when we say you is inviolable, just say Emma room granted the oil and the way you are violating the dignity. Say what you be and you see my constitutional law lecturer, Deputy Attorney General, Justice James, I with all due respect. You I know you are well trained, you are an American trained, you are I think you must advise your government. This thing it doesn't speak well for them.
More fire.
If I don't take me, what can be? Obvious one can what is it? Let the Lord take his course.
Precisely.
You feel say you're defaming. So what's it Tadio Sorry? I mean, Tadio Sorry is my very good friend. At any point, I don't think anybody should defame Tadio Sorry. If Tadio Sorry being a lawyer thinks that the right as the person has been trampled upon, he must seek redress through the courts.
More fire. More fire.
More fire. And then cross said, "Yakutu ni ade, ya ka wonyai, we ni research." Now yanko next one. Yanko, okay, article 15 to or say no person, whether or not he is arrested, restricted, or retained, be subjected to torture.
Exactly.
When you in America, Constitution in America, or say no person, whether Dentakumi, whether Okatakyie Afrifa, when arrested shall be subjected to torture. And here we are not talking about physical torture, even mental torture, going there with guns and ammunition. Are we crazy? What nation is this? Is this a nation we want to be?
Yeah, the man get 12.
The man get 12 feet. He said, "The Kolani church." He said, "The man yere church."
Le mame.
Ewa bre mrana provide said you see chinipa. Kovi, oba chinipa krana. You go for a warrant from the court. Odru wa. Esa odun sake nipa no. Na oka di enti a wo che no. Na we are respectfully. You tell the person say you have the right to a counsel.
Precisely.
If some marano at Article 19 a year F, 2C, we ever do, I think it's 2C. Yanko next.
More fire.
What kind of nonsense is this? Now we're in a reset. A year would now we Article 17 say, all persons shall be equal before the law, whether one to me, whether Denta Kumio, whether Katechio, whether Jomamo, all persons shall be equal before the law. So supremacy, equality before the law. And yet, the treaty be said, Obi to me the petition yaba after a whole chief justice home. Yankocheno, so spread the false information. Now so be petition some younger some madam for Tadio Sorry and the judges are koshia. That's how they say information papa. Jana go papa be when you you have the right as a president to say that when they make him, and that's the end of the case.
Exactly. So,
if any of the people that he mentioned in the petition, they feel that their rights as a people, they have been defamed, the law is there, the processes are there for them to file a suit for defamation, and you provide it. So some more kind of your untruth, some more kind of defamation. Because of that, may lose A, B, and C.
More fire.
That's what. Wait. Civilized society be anywhere, yes.
Precisely.
Civilized society be anywhere, yes. If I'm next, next. Now read the article. All persons shall not be discriminated against on grounds of gender, race, color, ethnic origin, religion, creed, or social or economic status. It's whether you want to me or your MPP chairman. Social status. You don't discriminate against him. Whether you're Kumi Adenta Kumi or your MPP Ninti. You don't discriminate against him. This is Article 17.2 saying it. I'm not the one saying it. And this is the supreme law of our nation. And the supreme law of our nation is telling your mama and the national security that you must not discriminate against people. What nonsense is that? And nobody is able to tell them that this is nonsense. Your Excellency, with the greatest of respect, this is nonsense. I'm so sorry to say it, but it's nonsense. Nonsense. Palpable nonsense. It does not make any sense.
Precisely.
That's what I'm going to do. We are a nation of laws. We don't sit here and allow anybody to do what they like. Constitution is about a switch will be so we must respect the constitution. Let me call that here. Let me call that here. After and if I make one next, now you read it. We are a nation of laws. You cannot be doing crazy.
Fire them.
Now, Article 19(1). Or see a person charged with a criminal offense. The reason they say charged, you can say a person who is convicted. Who go into me or no? Who three months why been also a galamseya? You come not to one behavior and so behaving. A be more been also a galamseya. But what is the difference between a galamseya and a person be a crater and all kind? A crater. It's here be an anoma warrior. It's not in conformity with the rules that govern small scale mining. But is it the case that one crater and warrior does that make it illegal?
Fire.
What kind of nonsense is this?
More fire.
So obey they can't prove anything. Because at the end of the day, whether one to me sell forest, one sell forest, he must have done it within a certain remit of the law.
Exactly. So
more fire.
Decently and that person who is charged with criminal offense shall be given a fair hearing within a reasonable time by the court.
Precisely.
Kid them.
Shall be given a fair hearing.
Educate them.
Enti nana mo ni betimi invite you to me. I'm na shata the fitaba. Enti nkura sesem na mo di tuo no ko koye na ede. Na ne ede be no. And then we invite you to me so by. Oba e matutu na no. That is the decency of the law that the law is saying.
Precisely.
Decency. The dignity of a person. Mo invite no. Eye na mo invite no. On madia. Then you have the grounds to say you invite no one or ma, so we are going for an arrest warrant to go and arrest him.
More fire.
I didn't cross me.
More fire.
Huh?
More fire.
You are turning it into an animal kingdom. You better to a baby. Respectfully, John Dramani Mama. Your Excellency. Untina to me soon could do 1 million years. Now we lose to 2016. Whoever thought that you guys will come back? Deck. I'm lose to 2016 years of my baba. So I break it to a bit. Na Ghana for any idea where and then Ghana for Ghana for all over the world.
Precisely.
I think the person who designed democracy, they sat down to study a social patterns of human beings. It's by 8 years or more from Crawford. Other than that, time one Adolf Hitler yes for England for Britain for. It took Winston Churchill 1 man to draw in Americans to come and defend England. And so him, you're going to 1945, 6 years into the war, or defeat Adolf Hitler, or call elections 1946. So by nature, human beings get tired of. Your mama said, there are people within your party. And they are outside let's say don't get young for you. Almost Bob Bukata. And they are normal human nature. So outside line because who are preferred candidate. Almost mafia. And political parties don't win elections. It's the government in the lose elections. Yeah, near the 2 million mafufro. It's a bedroom baby and this if 1 MPP for be conniving. A feed you information, and also I say Julius the Brown Crawford. Omu feed before you say don't get yaho. Let's say do some Crawford ni feed for Julius. Near chested, and you chested 1, 2. Must say show. And yet you do not buy the good. But yeah, they ensure to me stop it. They will come. Now your movie. Then if I may call it next one. That is Article 19(2)(c).
More fire.
Okay, Article 19(2)(c). Or say all persons shall be presumed to be innocent until is proven or has pleaded guilty.
More fire.
It is a to mean provision depending you're guilty. And now on one pleaded guilty. You don't treat the person like a criminal.
Precisely.
It's what him say do baby krano. You say uko dia wu a non-bailable offense. Next a criminal and other offenses act. And a lawyer Martin Pebo the court say Constitution is everybody shall be presumed innocent until proven guilty. So the moment you say you won't bail them, that means you have actually given them a sentence.
More fire.
Nampa court to need free was any idea. Still mother should be able to say the jungle.
More fire.
General. How much be able to say the jungle?
Fufu security.
Fufu security. Omo de fufu security.
They go to chef fufu. AK-47 nobody na mama fufu.
AK-47 nobody na mama fufu.
Bang bang bang.
The from say
fufu security.
General so kwase se me de pa o. Eti ukwachi obi a please national security do hon so decent sa ba ko no Osman Alasan no ya Ashaman police commander a very good friend, more like a father to me sir. Very decent gentleman or nyanya mama sabasa ni ade na we nim and Japan na mo di kwasesem si
Jack Norris.
Oh yeah, Jack Norris.
What actually?
Say Japan na nane endewula Japan. Minis maka kire mo. Ti kwasesem ni wona dwe obi si o wozu.